Right then, welcome back. Where were we? Let's see our last results. Yeah, that's it. We lost to Wimbledon, which was a shame, but they are doing pretty well. So in hindsight, you know, maybe it wasn't that much of a bad result. Or not so much a bad result, an unexpected result. I say they're not doing well. They're just outside the playoffs, aren't they? But apart from that, we beat Bristol Rovers, hammered them, beat Bournemouth, we're through to the semi-final against Stevenage Borough, and we beat Plymouth. So all in all, it's going well. And if we go to team form, as you can see, it's going really well. Our home form is fantastic. Bit patchy on the road there, lost 3 out of 5. So, yeah, that's not great. But home form has really picked up, and it's good to see. Bradford and Chesterfield above us in the form table. And Bradford, they're just below us in the league table. But they do have a game in hand. So if they win that, then they'll go on 55 and we'll be second. But we're doing really well, so you can't complain about this. So, who have we got? Dagenham and Redbridge. Let's have a quick look to see where they are. So, I mean, really, we should be beating them. But if they win, let's not dwell too much on that. But if they did, they'd only be 5 points outside the playoffs, presuming other results, went for them. So, they're not a bad team. Kind of a similar situation to what we had last week against AFC Wimbledon. And, of course, we lost that game. Let's have a look at the last match. Yeah, we had a number of poor performances. So straight away, let's take Lukey Wookie out. And let's take Pete out. But, remember that policy that if, we get a 5, then that is a bad rating. So we'll put Pete on the bench because I don't think it's too sensible to completely leave him out. So we'll stick him as a sub. Crash Test, we'll bring him out. Where is he? There he is. Let's also bring out COD 2 fan, Shock 16, and Chris Marder Games. Chris Marder Games and Adam. Right, I think that's pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, and then let's work the team around this. So Sean will come in, back from his suspension. Up front we'll have, let's bring Ashley back in and he can partner. Let's go on who's got the best rating, apart from Crash Test and Pete, because, they didn't really perform in the last game. Neither did COD 2 fans, so it's either going to be Dave, or Richard. And by that, you'd have to say Dave. So, that'll do for there. Left back, we've got Martin, average and okay, so that is not good. Very good for Darren. Riddler, average. Mark, average. So let's bring Darren back in. On the left wing, Ben's doing well again. Pompey Games Room, Sean's doing well again, so let's put him there. And then we'll have a midfielder. How am I doing? Very good. What's the fitness like? 100%. Very good, good, very good, low. But what's mine? Very good, good. Alright, so let's put me there, and then it's Christie's average, so put Owen in. And good from Ash. Average. Very good. Average. Poor. Yeah, this isn't great. Okay, let's go with Richard. I know it's poor form, but I think maybe we need a striker on the bench. So, let's do that. Pretty happy with that. Now, as you see, on the road we're pretty bad. Lost 3 of our last 5 in all competitions, but still. I'd expect us to get at least a point here. Losing 2 games against average teams back-to-back would not be great. 1-0. Didn't see who got that, but... Oh! Because I'm quicker than lightning. Oh, I'm on a hat-trick! He's on a hat-trick. Unbelievable. Where's this coming from? Oh, where did that come from? Unbelievable, Stu. Right, so that's a bit of a gap in defence, but I'm going to keep it like that. Oh, that is ridiculous. Do you know what? I'll put Owen back there. It's kind of a custom formation, as you can see. But, do you know what? Let's put Owen in central defence, and he will be completely forgiven if he gets a bad rating. But he should do all right. Oh, nearly 3-0 there. So that's disappointing because we were cruising, you know, 18 minutes gone, 2-0 up, now 3-0. But when that sending off came up, I thought, that's it, you know, we've really got to, you know, backs up against the wall. But it's not proved that at all. But then again, Dagenham aren't a good team. But I'm surprised that we're battering them, you know, in the fashion that we are. So half-time, looks like it's going to be 3. Whew, they nearly scored there. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. And everyone's doing all right. So, let's bring Ben off and we'll put Sean on. And then what I may do is make it a back 3 centre-backs, even though technically we've not got 3 centre-backs on the pitch. Oh, maybe I won't do that actually now they've pulled one back. No, forget that. Let's leave it till around about the hour mark. If we blow this, a 3-goal lead, that'll be a disaster. Ooh. Right, let's make another sub and let's go on rating. So Darren's not playing well, neither is Den. So let's bring Craig on for Den. Owen's doing a sterling job at centre-back there. And then we'll look to make our last sub around about 80 minutes, give or take. Oh my goodness me. Right, this is not clever at all. And this shouldn't really be happening. Stu, idiot. Unbelievable. Right, I think we're going to have to go defensive here. Because this is uncomfortable. So we're going to bring Adam on and we're going to bring Dave off. I mean, 6, not very good anyway. And then I'll go more defensive. I'll bring Adfoot there in the centre. We've gone the Christmas tree formation. Maybe we should have been doing this in December. But we're doing it now. And that's pretty good. I mean, I'm holding there. So that covers that space. Owen, again, defensive midfielder having to play centre-back under the circumstances. 10 minutes left. Oh, it'll be so disappointing. I mean, I would have probably taken a point before the game. But when you're 3-0 up, and they've gone more attacking, but... yeah. We've seen it through, that's good. But what a struggle. What a struggle that was, and it really shouldn't have been. Possession-wise, we were outdone. You can probably expect that, really, more often than not if you're going to go down to 10 men. But 3-2. We've won. That's all that matters, so pleased. So, there we are. Let's see how other results have gone for us. Yeah, not too bad. Southend, Oxford, how did they do? Oh, Southend lost to Burton. Oxford won. Well, Bradford, they lost. Well, that's worked in our favour. So, in a way, we can almost afford to drop a couple of points. Not that we want to. But, you know, let's face it, we are going to drop some points between now and the end of the season. Quite obviously. Okay. So just looking at this, I seem to remember saying I was going to put Pete on the bench, and I clearly didn't. Again, that memory. But, you know, we won, and it was relatively cruise control, kind of, certainly until the sending off. Look at all these yellow cards as well. Notice I didn't get one, and got man of the match, and scored twice, but, you know, we'll skirt past that. Okie dokie. So, York City. And it's funny, isn't it? I was just talking about we're going to watch these two teams and all of a sudden we are playing York. Unbelievable. Little circumstances like that. Coincidences. So yeah, if we lose this, and again, like I say, let's not dwell on it too much, but let's still go through the possibility. Then they're on 49 and they'll only, I say only, you know, be 7 points behind us. But if we can win, then we'll branch further away from 8th position, which will further cement our place in at least a playoff position come the end of the season. So, yeah, we should really be winning, but 8th, you know, they're not a bad team. So let's see who performed and who didn't in the previous game. So straight away, let's bring off Craig and Adam. There's Craig. There's Adam. Dave didn't do well. Darren and Den. So Dave, Den, Darren. The 3 Ds there. The 3 degrees. And let's put in So we need a right back. So how's Mark doing? Good and good. Dave's there. I played him for a while. Stu was sent off, so let's put Dave back there. So we still need a right back. It's either going to be Riddler, but that's poor form. So let's stick Mark back in the team. And then at left back, Martin averaging okay. Chris, very good. So Chris comes in. Let's stick Ash on the bench, along with Trustheft. And we'll bring Pete back in. And on the bench, we'll stick COD 2 fan. How did Sean do when he came on? Yeah, did well. Okay, yeah, let's stick with that. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. We've had a good team talk, and we're going out there really positive. And I've got a yellow card, so great. Oh, I thought that was going to be 1-0. And again. So we're on top. As they get a corner there. Good save, Alan. Cleared by Barry. Ash is through. Their keeper saves it. We should really be winning this. Good chance by Dave there. Or good chance from Dave, I should say. Yeah, Owen with a chance. Corner coming in. Looks like it's going to be 0-0. He says as we nearly score. Another corner. Yeah, we're on top of this, aren't we? But can't quite find the breakthrough. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a sub. And let's just mix it up a bit by going a little bit left field. And we'll bring Trustheft on for Owen in the middle there. See if that makes any difference. Owen's more, obviously, well not more, he is a defensive midfielder. Trustheft is just a central midfielder, so maybe that might offer more going forward. But as a team, you know, we've got a lot of the ball, but we're not doing anything with it. And it's just, it looks like one of them games where it's either going to be 0-0 or we're going to get stung right at the end. It's got that kind of air of predictability about it. I can't see a late goal for us. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem as if it's going to happen. Let's bring COD 2 fan on for Sean on the right there as an attacking right midfielder. Yeah, it's poor really. I thought we'd win, but obviously not. Let's bring Ash on for me. Just a few minutes left. Ash gets a yellow card. Oh, the other Ash nearly scores. 0-0. I mean, their keeper's man of the match. That doesn't surprise me. We had a lot of the ball. Look at that. I mean, goodness me, percentage-wise there. Yeah, that's ludicrous. We should have won. But, you know, you can't win them all. What can I say? Okay, so confirmation of the results from today. 24th of January. Look at Morecambe there taking a beating. They concede way too many goals. In fact, let's have a look, just out of curiosity. 81. They'll be conceding over 100 before the season's out. I mean, that's unacceptable. So anyway, ignoring all that, Southend lost to Northampton. Big surprise. Southend were doing really well, but, you know, they're going on a bit of a bad run at the moment. But that's a good result for us. 7th, Cheltenham. Yeah, glad they didn't win. So, all in all, it's good. But we've played a game in hand now over Oxford, and we couldn't really capitalise on it. So they're a point ahead of us with a game in hand. Bradford got a game in hand. But they will still be behind us even if they win. So it's going well, but it would have been so much better if we'd beaten York. Stevenage Borough. It would be nice to win this because we'd get through to the final, the area final. I believe the area final is 2 legs. So playing them home and then playing them away. And then the winner goes through to the main final. And also it's regionalised as well. So the final, like I say, it's the area final against a fellow northern or southern team. And then the winner goes through to Wembley. That's the showpiece final. And it would be great if we could get there. I really don't want to get knocked out in a semi-final. I'd rather lose in a final, 6-0 quite frankly, than get knocked out in a semi-final. But let's see. So let's pick a decent team. I don't want to take too many risks. Mark didn't do too well. Trustheft didn't. So straight away I'll bring Trustheft off and I will put Christie on. I mean, maybe we should be making to look a couple more changes because really, 0-0 against York, not a great result. With that said, their keeper did get man of the match. So you have to bear that in mind as well. It was a good performance, just didn't quite have enough to put the ball in the back of the net. So yeah, let's bring Mark off. And let's go with Riddler. I mean, to be fair, you know, Den's got very good form there. No, I said I was going to do that. Let's start with Riddler. But what I will do is put Den on the bench. Just as a bit of a backup there. But remember, Riddler can also play on the left. So that's an extra bit of coverage there, which I sometimes forget about. Right, okay. I'd really like to win this one, lads. Come on, pull your socks up. And let's try and get through to the final. The main final at Wembley. Do not lose this game. Be really annoyed. But again, you know, we're getting off to a slow start. Don't get anyone sent off and don't lose the game. It's not a lot to ask for. Ooh. Sean with another corner. We're not really producing anything from corners. Oh, again. It's just looking again like one of those days, isn't it, where we have a lot of the ball and just don't do anything with it. I'm going to keep Pete on. Let's bring Riddler off. He's not doing bad. But I'll put Den on at the back there. Because he can be a bit of a right wing back in a sense. So he can push forward. Oh dear me. Chris nearly sent off there. And we are under pressure here. Oh, this is just... What is going on? Oh, 1-0. 1-0. Now, just to put you in the picture a little bit here, if, hypothetically speaking, it finishes a draw, and let's hope it doesn't, then it'll go to extra time. And then it's a golden goal. So if you score in extra time, you win, you're through, the match ends instantly. So that's a bit of a risk. So let's not get involved in those shenanigans. And again, just going along with the hypothetical scenarios, if it finished a draw after extra time, penalties. And I'd rather not really have to go through that, if I'm honest. Let's bring Owen off with a 6 and we'll put Christie on. Again, defensive midfielder, so... Goodness me. That'll kind of stifle them out, in theory. And then we'll put Ash on for Sean, just for the last 8, 9, 10 minutes. And let's see if we can hold them off. Oh, Ash hit the post, but Pete has scored. That's it, we've won. We are not going to screw this up. He says. Brilliant. Through to the final. Now, again, I want to stress, when I say the final, well done, Dave, man of the match there, it's the area final, so it'll be 2 legs, as we'll probably see in a minute when the fixtures come up. There we go. Brentford will play YouTube FC in the Windscreen Shield area final. The first leg, Brentford at home, is scheduled for Wednesday the 4th of March. So we'll play them home, and then we'll play them away, and then the winner from the 2 games will go through to the main final against either Carlisle or Swindon. So, yeah, let's just get through to the final. I don't even mind losing at Wembley. I don't mind that. I don't want to. Obviously, I don't think any of us want to. But at least get through to the final. You know, wear our club suits on the Wembley pitch, on TV, televised game. Okay, so before I forget, let's... How are we doing form-wise? Average, average and good, average and good. Ooh, this is kind of touch and go. So who's played the least amount of games? And we'll keep them in. That'll be Richard. So let's put Dave in the reserves for now. And then we'll call up Adam, because I think Adam must be fit now. 85%, but I think by the time a game comes around, he'll probably be, you know, 93, 94, 95%. So we'll do that. TG Apulis' work permit is expired, but that'll be renewed shortly. Right then, so Stu's going to be suspended for this, but he's not in the team at the moment anyway, as a result of being left out in the previous game. So, yeah, what should we do? We won that 2-0. Let's bring Christie off. I know it's kind of harsh to bring subs off when they get a rating of 6, but, you know, just to freshen it up a bit. Owen, I'll bring Owen off because of the 6. Let's start with... let's start with Ash, and we'll put Trevor on the bench. How's Barry been doing? Yeah, pretty well. Superb, wow. Dave there at the back. Went alright. I think I'll keep Riddler in, actually. But then whoever's got the best form will go on the bench, apart from Den, who was in the previous game. Average, average, good. So let's stick Darren on the bench. How's Matthias doing? Very good. He's not played for a few games. But Barry with superb form. Dave, man of the match last time. Matthias is just going to have to wait his chance. Let's put Adam on the bench. Crash test. 11 in 16. I mean, it would be 14 in 17 if you include the Shamrock friendly. It was quite something. Quite a record. Sean, Pompey Games Room, playing all right. Yeah, let's go with that. It's Northampton Town. They're not doing very well. It's the last game of the month, 31st of Jan. Let's just have a quick look, actually. Northampton, 15th. I thought they were doing a lot worse, to be fair. So, yeah, they're pushing a playoff position. So, it might be a tricky game, but I fancy our chances, and we are on a massive roll at the moment. That would have been funny if they'd have scored there. So let's get an early goal. I can sense one. I can sense a goal. Yeah, this is it. Oh, oh, God, here we go. Another yellow card. I'm loving it. Let's see how many yellow cards I've got, because I'm quick to call, you know, Owen, Dirty Owen. And Dirty Dave, who said Dirty Dave in one of the comments as well. But I've got 6 yellow cards now. Superb form, by the way. Let's all remember that. Anyway, let's crack on and try and score. They've had a couple of shots, haven't they, really? So this is a bit frustrating. And this yeah, I was going to say that Langmead, it kept coming up. Langmead with a chance. Langmead with a shot. And he scored. Yeah, this will be disappointing. It's kind of exactly what happened last time, isn't it? We were doing really well. And then the last game of the video, we lost and it was away from home. And we're not very good away from home in the league. We've got bad form. Ash. Oh, Ash to Ash there. Come on. 1-1. I didn't see who scored that, but we're going to see now. Well done, Ben. Is that his first goal? Top corner, left foot. Back of the net. Right, so let's have a look. Was it his first goal? Yeah, good. So as I always say, I always like it when new players score. It just makes it, I don't know, it gives a squad more of a sense of achievement, I guess, in a weird way. But anyway, ultimately it doesn't really matter who scores as long as we win. And they're having so many chances. I think we're going to have to go a little bit defensive here. Possibly settle for a point. Because look at all these ratings of 6. Riddler, Chris, Barry, Sean, Pete. So we're going to bring... let's bring Sean off. We'll put Ash on the right. And Sean will come off. Trevor will come on. Another defensive midfielder. Let's bring Pete off and put Adam on for his first game for a while. Only 90%. So that was a bit of a risk, me doing that. But still, 90%. I mean, he should be fine. And let's see if we can possibly get a winner, but we have made a defensive substitution, essentially. So I'm happy for this to end a draw under the circumstances. Northampton aren't a bad team. But if we can sneak a win, and it would be sneaking it now because there's hardly any time left, let's bring Chris off and we'll bring Darren on. Chris isn't doing too well at the back there. Oh, crikey. 11 minutes left, plus injury time. Yeah, there we go. Goodness me. Just when things look as if they're going well, we have an away game and do badly. Honestly, our away form in the league, here's a chance. Oh, Trevor. Our away form in the league is so bad lately. No, obviously not. Their keeper's man of the match, so again, that's annoying. We had the upper hand there, but Yeah, I did sense that was going to be a tough game. I mean, Northampton, their position isn't great, but they're pushing the playoffs, and especially after this win now. So that's frustrating. And it'll be interesting to see how Oxford have done, because they're ahead of us in the league, and they've got a game in hand. And we've just lost, so how did they do? Can I see the results coming through in the top right of the screen there? They lost. So Oxford lost to York, who we drew with. So York on the rise there. So at least Oxford didn't gain on us, so that's good. Now let's see confirmation here. Oxford lost. Southend lost again to Rochdale. Wow. So all in all, that's not too bad. It's actually worked in our favour. I mean, if we'd have won, it's all ifs and buts, isn't it? You know, if my auntie was my uncle, you know. But that's annoying. There's Northampton. They've been on the rise lately, so clearly they've got form. So, in a way, that kind of makes sense that they won the game, because they're playing well, and our away form is bad. Let's check. Yeah, again, you know, it's very inconsistent. Draw, defeat, win, defeat. But before that draw, there was another defeat, remember? So, patchy form away from home, but under the circumstances, not doing too badly. And a pretty successful vid, really, all in all. So anyway, the next video, we'll see a friendly against Macclesfield. Away at Oxford, God, that's going to be a top-of-the-table crunch game. Exeter, they're doing well as well, so that's going to be difficult. And Rotherham. And then look at that, the video after that. Auto windscreen shield. Let's get through to the final at Wembley. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you soon.